Here's our coding solution for the share action provider. Let's start by adding a string. The string will be used for the label for our action. Now we're going to add a new menu resource. This resource will be for the detail fragment. We'll start by adding the namespace used by the Android support library for its widget XML. Finally, we add the actual item. This menu item contains the string that we just added from the strings file. It's always shown as an action, so it appears on the action bar. And its action provider class is the share action provider from the Android support library. The Android support library allows the share action provider to be used on earlier versions of Android than 4.0, when it was officially added to the framework. Next, let's go to the detail activity. We're going to be looking at the detail fragment within the detail activity. So the first thing we can do in our fragment is to add a few useful things. Let's add a log tag, a string for the share hashtag, #SunshineApp, and we're going to take the forecast string and make it a member variable. Next, in onCreateView, let's actually populate our member variable. And then finally, use it to set the text. Let's create a share intent. This intent uses action send. This flag activity clear when task reset is somewhat important. It prevents the activity we're sharing to from being placed onto the activity stack. What will happen if we don't have this flag is when you click on the icon to return to the application later, you may actually end up in another application, the one that's actually handling the share intent. When flag activity clear when tag reset is used, it'll actually return you to your application instead. We set the type text plain to let Android know we're going to be sharing plain text, and then we share our forecast string plus our hashtag. Only one more thing left to do. We have to add the menu to the fragment. To do this, we have to set a flag that this fragment has an options menu at all. Otherwise, it won't actually call the onCreateOptions menu member function. Finally, here's our onCreateOptions menu member function. As you can see, we're inflating the detail fragment menu that we created earlier, finding the share item, getting the share action provider, and attaching our intent to the share action provider. You'll want to update this whenever the data you want to share changes. And that's it. You've now added a share action provider into Sunshine.